Welcome to FNGMAT's MBA Admissions Interview Tips. I'm Atul Jose. Today, I analyze the three-step strategy to prepare for your interviews. Number one, maintain your brand identity. If you want to understand how personal branding is reinforced, observe politicians. They're experts in maintaining a consistent branding message. It's not that they didn't have any life events that contradicted their core brand, but they're really good at highlighting and repeating certain examples that maintain a strong brand identity. Similar principles apply when you're reaffirming to your personal brand. Schools, although don't openly share this, they must quickly categorize applicants into different buckets. Male banking applicant from an underrepresented community in South America, immigrant Indian consulting applicant from the LGBTQ plus community, female applicant with an impressive career progression in a male-dominated industry. You get the point. The roadblocks and your identity should be repeated in subtle ways to make sure that they feel confident in accepting you. Confidence without attitude is a big selling point in top 5 schools. Work on the tone of the answers. Listen to the interviewer and take the role of an educator who's humble to teach someone about a new project, technology, processes, or market development. With the admission chances increasing considerably with an interview invite, you must understand the reason why your profile was shortlisted. It could be the unique change in the industry or function or struggle or growth stories or overall impact or the way you approached a problem that impressed the admissions team. Once you understand the reason or multiple reasons for your shortlist, you must develop a strategy to maintain that brand identity in your interview. This means going back to your essays and reading them several times. Most interviewers won't read your essays and use the resume as the only reference. Even so, you need to maintain consistency in your story. Anyone in the industry for 3 to 4 years working in a global marketplace will have plenty of stories to share, but the reason why you chose certain stories for the essays and why they worked is a hint that the stories resonated with the admissions team. So don't hesitate to reuse the story, but of course, how you talk is different from how you write an essay. Customize the narrative for an interview. Number 2, create a story list from your resume. In our resume editing service, we ask a lot of questions about the market your employer is operating, the team, the technology, the constraints, the power dynamics in the team, and the goals of the company. This is because the MBA admissions team expects a one-page resume for applicants with 3 to 5 years of experience. So we have to ensure that each achievement entry is 1 to 2 lines. That means sacrificing some metrics to capture the most impactful metric in each achievement. While scripting your answer for the interview, include at least one story for each entry in the resume and add back all the context that were edited out of the resume. If the edits were all around metrics, ignore them. But if there were interesting developments around constraints, mention them in the interview. The story should include the context, the challenges, the team, and your approaches to a framework, process, design, strategy, team building, or the uniqueness of the solution. You are allowed to repeat the examples in the essay if the event was a huge milestone in your career or a pivotal moment in your life. A common mistake I see applicants from functional roles indulge in is spending too much time on the solution and less about the business impact of the solution or the context of the solution from competitor dynamics or a market's perspective. Unless the person is from your industry, going into the details of the solution is not going to impress the interviewer. A more important data point in interviews is the motivation behind each career decision. I've seen applicants pivoting in the wrong way, realizing that the path is not ideal for them, and then coming back to a traditional career path. There are many who consider themselves a good fit for a startup culture, but soon realized that the chaos was not for them. While there were others who didn't fit the culture of a traditional organization with a fixed learning curve, so they switched to a startup and are flourishing. But in both these cases, the applicant reached a stage where an MBA became essential, either for career growth, networking, learning opportunities, or changing cities or countries. The interviewer is figuring out whether you are really motivated to do an MBA. So all the stories about your career should lead them to believe that an MBA is crucial now. If you need help customizing your story with business impact and a personalized narrative, subscribe to FNGMAT's mock interview service at store.fngmat.com/mock-interview-service. Number 3, practice. An unfortunate side effect of confidence or overconfidence is that applicants who are in customer-facing role or with strong public speaking experience or with strong oratory skills, that is marketing or lawyers, assume that because they are good at communication, the interviews require just a few talking points. Do remember that all your favorite talk show hosts, stand-up comedians have rehearsals. Stand-up comedians in clubs, talk show hosts before the live taping, These are people whose job is to talk. I've seen this happen quite a few times where, despite pushing and hinting at writing scripts, the applicants who just wrote talking points without practicing had surprising rejections that could have been avoided. The ones who literally repeated the script I wrote got through, while in my opinion a better fit for the school didn't make it through because the person stumbled through a few answers. Is it fair that just because you stumble you are rejected? It is unfair, but the fluency of your answer is associated with intelligence and communication skills. Maybe you were just nervous or this was a one-off bad day. It doesn't matter. Prepare, write a script and practice for the tone and storytelling. I'm Atul Jose. If you need help with practicing for your interviews, subscribe to FNG Math's mock interview service at store.fngmat.com/mock-interview-service.